Our next guest is Co-Artistic Director Brendan Ragan from the Urbanite Theatre, here to talk about their current production, Echoes. Welcome to the program.
Hi there, thanks for having me.
It sounds fascinating. I'm looking forward. Tell us the story about Echoes. It's about two women that are kind of running in parallel.
Right, they have parallel lives, but they were born 175 years apart.
Gosh.
So one of them is a Victorian pioneer woman around 1840 who was born in Ipswich, England. The other is a Muslim schoolgirl. She lives more contemporarily, so her story is set in 2015. She was also born in Ipswich, England. They both find their way into the Middle East for completely different reasons, but they have similar journeys. And so this play tells the story back and forth between these two women's stories.
So are they on stage at the same time and you see the interaction? And
yes, it's a dual monologue play, so we really do cut back and forth between each story just for a few minutes at a time.
Okay.
And then maybe about halfway through you start realizing why they're being told, you know, these two women from very different eras, why these two stories are being told.
Together, okay. What motivated you to choose this story for Sarasota audiences?
Well, I think it deals with conflict in the Middle East today, but it's coming from a British perspective. So it's a British playwright, like I said, both women born in England. And it's looking at very serious topics like ISIS, for example. And Tilly, the Victorian woman, her story takes place right around the time of the Anglo-Afghan wars. And again, important subject matter, good conversation starters, but it's not coming with the tenseness of an American perspective, because I think, you know, it can be a hot button issue, the Middle East here. So it lets us take a step back and review these things without getting too emotional about it right off the bat. So it's an important historical piece and a moving story.
Okay, sounds like it. The actors now, there's two main characters.
Yeah.
Where are they from, Brendan?
Our two actors are from New York City. We do our best to bring in talent from all over the country. Really at Urbanite, because it's such a small space, our secret sauce, so to speak, is the best actors that we can find. So we search all over the country to find these talented women for the show. And these two, Mari and Kate, happen to come from New York City. So it's a real treat for Sarasota audiences.
Okay. Now, how does this particular performance fit in with the rest of the performances that you're going to be having for the season?
Oh, that's a great question. So we picked a season of plays this year that all share a theme, which we like to call unlikely duos, meaning two people that are either have similar stories or get stuck in a place and are forced to deal with each other, and they're coming from different walks of life or whatever. So we've got a couple more plays in the season that all play on that theme. This one, it's slightly different just because these two women don't ever actually share the same realistic space together. But like I said, about halfway through the story, once you start to see where these two stories intersect, you see why we've put them on stage together.
And how does this play differ from some of the other plays that you're going to have, as far as, is there audience participation, interaction? How does this differ?
Yeah, there's not.
Or how is it the same?
Yeah, there's not audience participation like you might think for, say, an improv show or something like that. And in fact, there's no real call for the audience to respond in any way vocally. But like I said, it is this dual monologue play. So there's no dialogue. It's just first-person storytelling, and these actors turn into storytellers with an audience, and you sort of become their scene partner because they're always direct addressing you as an audience member. So you feel like a part of their world in a way that you don't when maybe it's like fourth wall realism, where the characters are talking to each other and kind of ignoring that you're there. Both of these actors are acknowledging the audience, so it's a more intimate experience, I think.
Wonderful. And when does the show take place? I mean, it opens up.
Yes, we are open, and we are running until December 17th, and we are Wednesday through Sunday, 8 o'clock every night, and we also have matinees on Sundays at 2 o'clock.
Great. Thanks so much for being here. I look forward to seeing the program.
Thank you.
Coming up next on Suncoast FYI, the Atomic Holiday Bazaar.